Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham reaction for match day 20. Hull City 2, Wrexham 0. And it's a big fat 0. But I'm not alone tonight to share this loss tonight. And we're going to dive in. We are with the Blue Bastard or with Aaron, because I only say that because he just said, look how blue his face is. What happened?
I look like, what is that? It was, what's the girl oh hell, Willy Wonka, where she like
Yeah.
eats
Oh,
the
well, yeah.
thing that
Veruca
schnozberries
Salt.
taste. Yeah,
Veruca
whatever.
Salt.
Yeah, that
Someone
one
will know in the chat.
turns blue or something.
Yeah, look
Yeah,
at all
that's
blue.
me. I don't
Just
know. I have no idea why I'm blue right now, but whatever.
because you're a Birmingham City
I'm,
supporter.
I guess I'm the
Yeah.
blue bastard.
Oh, you're the Blue Bastard. I went early on in that too. Oh man! So I called up Aaron about 15 minutes ago. What are you doing? He's like, I'm playing. I'm playing Football Manager, and then I'll be on with you in 15 minutes. So
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, you're like, what are you doing a little bit? I said, apparently I'm going live with you.
we're going live with you. Anyway, this is our Wrexham reaction show. Hull City 2, Wrexham 0. And there's been, we have two interviews with Phil Parkinson and Dom Hyam, which I have not watched yet. Aaron has not watched yet. Maybe he has. I don't know.
I
But
haven't watched either.
we're gonna get through this. I know Rextra Time was good. Apparently, there's a lot on it. Patty said he was like, I didn't think he was going to show up, and he had like 6 people on, which is great. But we need to dive into this one tonight. And again, trigger warning again, it's not going to be a good one. But Aaron said before we came on, hey, listen, we were bound for a loss. But then, when you're treading water and you're like, oh, we're on 9 games on sitting in 14th place after this loss, like all that like rah stuff just absolutely gets kicked right into Paul Mullins. But anyways, we'll get into all of it. Smash that like button, subscribe to the Local Pundit. Become a member if you haven't already, which is great. Also, we welcomed back Steve Barton to the live show earlier today. I don't know. Steve came back after like 3 months.
He's hiding. Steve's been hiding from us.
He's been hiding, but he's got a lot to say too. So we'll be back too. And Habs is here, Nix is here, Ruth is here. But Aaron, I'll give you the floor. So go ahead. You wanna chop that? You want to chop up the little the game that you watched today that I sat there and actually got rinsed on?
You want just an overview, or you want to just?
I want you to go in.
Well, let's start. I'm gonna start for me.
Do Aaron stuff.
Start from the beginning. I'm gonna start from the beginning.
Okay.
I didn't like the lineup. I thought he'd make a few changes. I was disappointed he didn't. And so that team, I understand why he plays that team.
I understand too. I can't.
And the reason why he's playing that team because we don't have our wingbacks. We've got League 1/League 2 wingbacks. Let's be honest. You know what I mean? They're not. McLean can do it. McLean can do it in every once in a while. You know what I mean? But you can't rely on him game after game after game.
Yep.
To put in a great performance because he's just not going to be able to.
He just
and
can't.
It's not his fault, but it's just he's not going to be able to.
Yeah.
And Barney's just he's not there. He was.
But we can't. And Habs talked about this too. We can't just rely on the wingbacks. But I get it. Hey, Glenda, how you doing? Hey, how are you?
We can't just rely on our wingbacks, but they're so pivotal because we play the system we play.
Yeah,
they are pivotal. Like they need to we need them to play well if we're going to play well. And the fact is, we're having to adjust the way we play to cover for our wingbacks because we don't. We're playing that midfield 3 because we need our 2 8s to help defend with the wingbacks because our wingbacks can't do it.
Well, also, will you take on to the fact that they were a yard or 2 ahead of us?
Yeah, they were. Here's the thing: they got absolutely smashed in the last game, and I knew they were gonna come.
Tails were up.
Yeah, absolutely. They're hard because they got absolutely embarrassed by Middlesbrough, and so they were going to be in for it. They were going to be coming in hot, and I think we looked leggy. You know what I mean? The team looked tired.
Yeah.
There was not much explosion. I'll tell you. I mean, when we brought Doyle in, he immediately looked like the best for us. Immediately, because it's like, oh, there's somebody that can move.
So can I ask you this real quick too? On that note,
Yeah.
he takes Scar off, puts Doyle on. We're down 1-0.
Yeah.
Just that move, and I'm like, why? We're losing, and you bring in a defender. I didn't think Scar was the problem. I understand why he did it, but it's not like a real move. What it's like
No, I thought it did, and I actually thought it helped us. I think we were struggling with their press. Our back three was struggling with their press. That's not Scar's strong suit.
Mhm.
We needed Doyle in there
So
to
why not just
progress
go to
the ball
2 to the
forward.
back? Why not go to 2 to the back?
That's just
You
not our
know,
system. It's just
Mhm.
that's a Parky thing. That's his.
It's a
He
bigger
doesn't play with.
conversation. Yeah.
That's a yeah. I mean, you know, he could go to the four. You know, he could go to the diamond if he wanted to, but it just that's not how we play.
Tonight we
And
looked like
maybe he will if he gets fed up enough with it. He may try to change something
yeah.
like that, but I don't think
Tonight's
he's
the
going to
worst
do anything
game, by the
crazy.
way. I think we looked like the League One side. After
Yeah,
all
we
of
did. We did. We
tonight,
did.
we looked like, oh, we're out of our depth and out of
Hmm.
lack of depth. No, we
Yeah, that
have
is our
depth
problem.
that we do. We're just not using it. Why Ryan Longman didn't start that match? I have no idea. I have no idea.
Yeah, Ryan Longman. I would have. Yeah, I'm not sure why he started Barney in the last two games. To be honest, I think I'd have went with Longman both of them, but or at
Mhm.
least one or the other. But even Longman though, he's not. He's good. He's good cover. You know, he's good depth. He's a decent depth player. But relying on him, he's not. He's not good enough either. He's not as good as Kabore.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
would he have started for them tonight on Hull City? Because we bought him Hull City.
No. I mean, that's the thing. They let him go because they, you know what I mean? They knew he wasn't going to work for them. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So I think at a certain point we were. I mean, you said like you said, we looked like a League One side. Well, if you go through our team, a lot of players that played in League One last season. A
Well,
lot of them.
do you want to? I'll go through the stats. You want to go through the players at the same time? I'll give you the stats: 52 to 48 possession in their favor, 19 shots to 8, 6 shots on target to our 1,
Mhm.
3 big chances to 2. I don't. The big chances. I think one of them is a penalty, which we will talk about Kiefer more.
Mhm.
And fouls committed 6 to 8 in their favor. Corners 8 to 2. We have no fucking offense. We have no offense.
Mhm.
None.
Yeah.
8 to 2 corners. We have. It's just. We have no offense. Like you said, the wing. We have zero offense.
Yeah.
And this is not just one game.
We were getting no balls into the box. We were getting. I mean, I it Kiefer had probably his worst game for us, but I I am not going to blame him because there was no service. The I mean, he could have. I mean, obviously, you expect him to score the penalty.
Yeah.
You expect that. And also the one miss he had, and we were talking right before we came on. I'm not going to be too harsh on that one because he was trying to turn and shoot at the same. Like it was a quick.
Fair enough.
He
It's just
should have hit it, but I'm not going to be too harsh on it because it wasn't an easy one. You know what I mean? It
yeah.
wasn't. The net was open. Like he could have put it in there, but it was.
He's
Yeah.
9 times out of 10 he puts it in. Now here's the hive
Yeah.
mind. Here's the rope right here. Oran Moose says 4 points off the playoffs.
Absolutely.
10 point. That is the most
It's wild.
insane, wild stat I've
It
ever
is.
heard.
It's wild.
And
It's wild.
and this is what Parkinson is going to say to the team, like, hey, we're still 4 points off the place. Like, if you look at this, and this is why we're fanning. I get it. We are fanatics, right?
Yeah.
This is the most insane thing on the planet. We're not going to get relegated. 27 points, right? 31 Hull City is right in there. Can you add? We are like we're a draw and a win into the playoffs. It's insane.
We're right there, dude. We're
It
right
makes
there.
no sense. Can you
No, it
imagine
doesn't.
if we were just playing just a slight bit better? And this is why I still give hope. And I'm not like we're fucking done, even though I thought
Well,
that was.
just think, I mean, how many games can we look back to and say, if one thing changed, we win that game? The
Yes.
Southampton game, we should have won the Southampton game. There's 3 points. We absolutely should have won that game.
100%. 100%.
I mean, how many other games? There's so many games that we lost, or that we drew that we shouldn't have drawn. I mean, if we hold on Saturday and don't give up a goal, I mean, there you go. It's just
That's the craziest thing where you can't
it's
go midnight to 6 on
yeah.
that.
No, you can't. You can't. That's the thing. I'm not upset. I'm like not like burn it all down. They all suck.
No.
Park you out. It's there. No, I'm not that at all. It's a tough lot. We were terrible today. Well,
Yeah.
we probably had our worst game. Let's just say it. That was one of probably the worst game of the season, I would say.
Well,
Maybe the QPR game. Yeah, between this one and the QPR game, I think we're.
Well, I'll take it on. I'll take it on real different for you too. We expect us to play better. QPR, we're trying to figure it out. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
They were two strokes ahead of us.
They were fantastic today.
Yeah, but not even really that fantastic. McBurney just came on and just beasted. He just did.
You know what? As soon as I saw he was on the bench, I was like, "That son of a bitch is gonna come in and score."
Gonna come on score,
he was.
Right?
I knew he was.
Yeah, he gonna score.
He's so good when he's on. When he's on, he's so good. I wish he was one of the ones I wanted. I wanted him. That, of course, that was when we did our pre-summer, show where me and Ken went through the players we wanted. He was one of the strikers I wanted because he was on a free. I was like, and of course, this is before we had Kiefer, and so I was like, I knew that type of player would just fit us so well.
Yeah, if he gets some blood. He came on. He came on right in the shout, shoved Max in the back.
Yeah.
Max,
he got in there. I'll tell you what, Max had a tough night tonight. Max had a tough night. Everybody, I tell you what, Dom Hyam didn't look good today.
He did not either.
They all looked just. I mean, none of them looked at it. None of them.
Mm-hmm.
It was a tough one. I don't know. I mean, I think the midfield, a lot of it was just tired legs a little bit. They looked leggy.
I don't think leggy. I think they were more athletic than us. They were more athletic. They were more aggressive. They didn't give us an inch. It was you take ball, I'll take man. They're right on us. Max got pressured every single time. When Max gets pressured, he has no idea what to do. No idea what to do with the ball.
Yeah, he shit down his leg. But all three of them, our whole backfield was struggling with the press tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why he brought Doyle in. And I thought we got better as soon as he brought Doyle in. The problem was at that point we started really going for it, and then we left ourselves
wide open
at the back.
Yep.
And that's when the McBurney goal goes in. So it is what it is. I mean, let
me ask you about AO. He gives the short side goal on the weekend. He's been insanely awesome, but there's some mistakes that are in there that you're like pushing the ball back into danger. Not catching the ball, not punching the ball big enough out of bounds. He punched the ball 4 times tonight back into danger.
The first goal, I think it's on the AO. He spilled it right back to him.
Yeah.
You can't, as a goalkeeper, you cannot spill that ball straight back out in front of you.
He did it 4 times tonight.
I know it. And I'm like,
and he's been amazing.
I know he's been great. And I don't understand. That was a bad one. I mean,
that's it.
He had some great saves. He still had some great saves, but it was just, everybody had everybody had poor performance tonight. I don't think anybody it looked great tonight. You know what I mean? Did anybody not look terrible? Huh?
Dobson? What do you think of Dobson?
I didn't think he was on. I thought he looked like a League One player to me. He looked sloppy. His effort, he gives effort, but the problem was like tonight, it was like in spurts.
Yeah, effort then skill.
It would go away, and then all of a sudden he'd explode into something, and it's like there's one play where, and Kara's funny, my wife was sitting there watching it with me, and she's like, she hates it when Wrexham are losing because I get so pissed, and she's just like sitting there quiet, like shaking her head, and he gives the ball away, and I was like, what the I lose it, and she goes, oh look, he got it back, he wins it right back, and I'm like, right, I know, but it's just like, you should have gave it away in the first place, And it was just
it was one of those matches. Rob Tillman says if you're going to play wingbacks in the championship, then they should be amongst the best players. Barney has been one of my favorites, but he looked deer in the headlights when he had the ball. He do you want to? You want to have that?
He's not at this level yet. You know what I mean? He's just not. He needs a lot of work. I hate that, but because I really like Barney.
We hate saying it.
I don't like to say it because these guys have done so well for us, but he's just not. He showed tonight. He created almost nothing. You know what I mean? He just they absolutely, and it wasn't like they were double teaming him either. It was just their one guy was just locked him down, and there was nothing he could do. And the thing is with him is he's going to do a couple step overs and he's going to try to knock the ball past you, and that's all he's going to do because that's all he can do. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And in League One it worked.
Yeah.
And but
You can
if you remember though, think about this. In League One last season, he was one of our best players the
Team of
first
the
half of
season.
the season.
Team of the season.
Okay, but then guess what? We brought Ryan Longman in, and Barney barely saw the pitch,
Yeah.
and that was last season.
I'm
And
trying
so now it.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what the mindset is. You don't need to get a bad beat like this tonight. That is it. We as a reality check, and granted, I understand that we had this unbeaten run,
Mhm.
but it's almost like a treading water unbeaten run, and we got to be very happy and grateful of it. No one else did it, but also it's like we're no better for it. Ken said it brilliantly, and Ken doesn't say anything brilliant at all, ever. That we're still 14th place and we're not losing, we're not winning games, but the difference is we need to win games. That's not to say that we can't transition this into the next 4 or 5 months to probably get in the playoffs. He doesn't think we're getting in the playoffs, and that's tomorrow is going to be his show with you guys. But there's a lot to say that we can't rely just everyone seems you said Kache and Kabore, and that's the problem. Broadhead, I actually feel bad for him. Jesus Christ, the guy can play. He holds up the ball. He makes shots, tries to create opportunity, and he's out there. He's like, what the shit? Kiefer Moore had him on a break. Square ball, puts it into the feet, literally into the feet.
I know.
It's just.
Yeah, it was tough. I still think I even, especially after watching tonight, I still think, and I know why he's not doing it. And so I'm not mad at Parky for not doing it, but we need to play Josh Windass and Broadhead together, because when they play together, those two behind off Kiefer, they combine. They can do things. You saw it tonight. There's a few times where they were combined. I was like, that's what I was looking for. You know what I mean? Because instead of having one of them having to cover the whole pitch, both of them they split the pitch in half, and both of them are so good on the ball, and they create things that we need both of them playing with Big Kiefer in front of them. And the problem is with the wing backs we have, we can't, or at least Parky doesn't feel like we can play that way. That's my only thing I can come up with on why we're not doing it right now. And I agree with that. I think he needs the cover for the wing backs defensively.
Well, Mike Shane said, so I'm going to bring that up. I want to bring up the Parky interview. We have not watched this yet.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, so I have no idea what he said.
Oh, we're going to get the reaction on the Parky interview. And listen, if buts and maybes, and I already got told off once today by one of our supporters here in the local pundit, so I don't feel like getting told off again. So I'll let Parky tell everyone what he has to say.
Defeat here against Hull City. How do you reflect back on that one tonight?
Yeah, frustrating because we were a long way off the standards we set, certainly in the first 45 minutes. We made a lot of bad decisions on the ball and invited them to press us when we'd gone over away games. Well, nearly the whole season, we've got ourselves foiled in games of football by doing the right things in the right areas. And tonight we invited the team to press us, put ourselves under pressure, and gave the ball away too cheaply too many times. And there was a performance which certainly lacked energy. I've got to look at myself, of course. I will. Everybody's got to analyse their part, and we'll come out ready to respond at the weekend.
All right. Well, I'm going to give him full credit right there.
Yeah.
Full credit right there.
Yeah. See, I generally, when Parky comes from after a game, I generally agree with what he says, because I know people get on him because they think he's too defensive. I don't think he goes into games and says, sit deep in our end and don't let them score, don't let them break it. I don't think he sets us up that way. I think he gives the players on the pitch the freedom to do what they need to do, and they end up they do it themselves, and I think that's what McLean was talking about last week.
I was just about to ask, what's McLean saying, what Fournette saying?
When he said he said we quit playing a couple times during the game, and that was on Saturday during Saturday's game, and that's what I'm talking about. The energy goes down, and we just start sitting back, and we let them press us, and then we end up in our own half, and then we just sit. We end up sitting and let them just come on to us, and we don't turn the ball. We don't just flip the script and get the ball and get forward and get it, make them punish them. And it's not Parky saying don't go forward, don't attack. It's not that. It's just
and I agree with that.
It happens.
I totally agree with that. And I watch him. I'm like, and that's why I'm like, listen, the Parky out, Parky we trust up. I put that all shit to the side. This is our manager, what he's doing.
Yeah.
Yes, he's frustrated at times. I agree with you. I'm just like, he's not telling us to go sit back and not do shit. I think it's the mentality of the players that we're not at the skill level of knowing what it is what's it going to take to do that, And that's why I think Windass and Maka were like, saying, hey, we stopped playing, and Parkinson, I got to look at myself. And I think he's going to, he just said it. I have to look at myself. I look at the team. I think it's a very, very fair. And to your point about the Barneys at League One, I mean, also, we are a factor of our own success, like how do you evolve when you don't really know? I have the information, but I don't know how to apply it. Yeah, but he did call it out. Ruthless, he called it. You are never going to be a bullshit Parky. From my opinion, All right, let's see what else he has to say here. But that's it. I mean, it's a good start to the interview.
Is there almost an added sense of frustration by everything you just alluded to there, but also the fine margins with Keith Moore's penalty being saved at what was definitely a pivotal time in that game?
Yeah, I thought second half we started well. We were playing with better quality into the front players. We got some good positions, got the penalty, and obviously that goes in. Momentum's with us. It'd have been a different game. Keeper's made a good save. And then obviously the game becomes open, stretched, and they made subs and they've got the second goal. And we were, unable to find the quality in our play to get back in the game. But listen, the lads we've been on a brilliant run.
Yep.
9 games and beat well. We've given a lot. We've got to review this performance, and that's why we weren't at the levels and the standards we've set recently, which we will do. And that's football. It's tough. We always kind of set our standards high to play a certain way, to make sure we're competitive in every game. But in the first 45 minutes, we let those standards drop, and we'll look at that closely over the next couple of days and pick the team we feel is right for the weekend.
So here's the deal. I say all that. He says all that. That's a lot of that. Parky is spot on. But now we need a response.
Yep.
Right? Because he said this last year, right? The difference is between when you go on these runs in these leagues, right? You're going to run where you lose, like you saw this. You lose 5 in a row, you win 5 in a row. You know what I mean? We never go too high, never go too low. And that's kind of what we are. We're draw, win, draw, win, draw, win. Never lost. We're always due a loss, fine, but not in that manner. I think what he's more pissed about is the fact of how we played, not the result. And yes, the result sucks, but how we played in the effort levels. I mean, I will give Parkinson that, hands down. 100%.
Yeah, here's the thing. Like, I don't think he'd have been that upset if we'd have played really well and just got beat. You know what I mean? Like that. That's going to happen, and nobody's going to. You wouldn't have people that upset. It's just, the problem was we just played so poorly today, and he's right. He's dead right. We gave the ball away way too cheaply. That was exactly what I was talking about with Dobson on that one. Because it was like the 3rd time I'd seen him do it, and I'm like, God, come on, like what? Stop! And it was just garbage stuff, and. Like you said too, we looked like a League One team, and
by the way, fair. We could. That's not fine, but we just came up from League One.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's gonna happen. I mean, that's the thing. Like we've talked about. I mean, we brought in 13 players over the summer, but you can't. I mean, there's just not like. I don't think you could have brought too many. I mean, they spent a shitload of money. They did what they did a really good job of trying to get this team ready for the championship. I think I obviously there's just still more work that needs done. We need the depth. I think if we were all 100% healthy, and we got a really good starting 11 when everybody's healthy. we're really good. The
Yep.
problem is right now, not everybody's healthy,
Yep.
and it's killing us.
And also, this guy Parkinson, as much
Mhm.
shit as he gets, as we give him during the matches and the players, everything we do, he is in an unthinkable job with the pressure upon him. So I give him all the
God, I
credit.
know. Yeah.
You know, and I do the watch alongs. I'm in there cussing out every goddamn ball. I'm happy for every goddamn ball. And you guys are in the build up and the tactical fortitude and the different shows, and we're all on the shows together. And granted, it doesn't mean we don't love it. It's an
yeah.
unthinkable job what's happening right now. And I'm so happy to be here. And fair play. And here we go. Rob says, regardless of everything, Parkey's trying to do something that no coach has ever done, and that's dealt with these three
Absolutely.
goals. Done right there. End of story. We need a Kakachi
Absolutely.
today. He's not back.
Yeah, I think he said I think the last update I saw was like Christmas around
time,
Christmas.
maybe Christmas time. Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah. All right, let's
still
get
got a bit.
I mean, Aaron. I mean, come on now. Welcome to Wednesday.
The key is that period of reflection because, as you said, you've been on a great unbeaten run. Obviously, one disappointment isn't going to undo all that hard work. But in terms of Watford coming to the Stoke Harass, what do you need to make sure that you can get the result when they come to North Wales?
Yeah, well, I haven't looked at Watford yet, but I will do over the next couple of days. But I think it's just a case now of, looking at the freshness in the team. Of course,
He's got to change the team.
Won't be the same 11.
Oh, yeah.
Preston, because having the extra day's rest, looking at the training yesterday, I felt that was the right decision. Hindsight's a wonderful thing.
I honestly, I give him so much. Sorry, Aaron. I give him so much credit for just saying that. He just said exactly what we thought.
Yeah.
The extra day's rest. It's there. I change 11. Boom. Go again, guys. That's the old school mentality. And he got him credit for it. And you cannot shout him for that. You really cannot. I really don't think, That's what you would do, even though you would put it wide.
Yeah. I mean, if I had something that was working, I'd stick with it. I think you can make the argument that, we got a point at Preston, but did it really work? I didn't think it was that great. So that's why I was kind of hoping for some changes today. I didn't think he'd change it a lot, but I think the one that's really surprised me that's not play O'Brien. Where the hell's O'Brien? I know we gave him a lot of shit for like not finishing.
Yeah,
but what he brings in the midfield, he's a different level. Like he's a different level of player.
Dude, that might be a good midfield right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I would like to see I'd like to see that. That's basically my box midfield, except I think I'd start Sheaf over James, but and just bring James in at the end. But yeah,
I don't know if James. So, okay, I agree with you on the James thing. James, it's one of those guys. I don't think he gets going until it takes him a bit to get into the match. It's a different type of player to try to gain control. We haven't had control of any midfield when he has been in the game. You know what I mean? Sheaf is a really good player, but I have questions about him.
Sheaf needs. I think.
He's a good player.
Here's the thing. I think if you had Sheaf with O'Brien next to him, where O'Brien could do all the running.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you let Sheaf make his passes that he does, those beautiful, big switching, big crossing balls, and I mean just dangerous balls into the channels and stuff. Like if you let him do that, he's really good. I think right now he doesn't have that. I'm like I said, I mean our midfield, it just sucks because the midfield's having to cover for the wing backs, and that's hurting us. That's another that right there. Honestly, that right there is part of the reason why we're struggling to get forward right now, is because our midfielders are having to play very defensively.
Yeah,
and so our midfield is pinned back, and so you're having to get the ball out to Kiefer or Broadhead. You know what I mean? And hope one of them can hold it up long enough for the midfield to get up to him. You know what I mean? And that was our problem a lot of the game today.
Yeah.
That was a big part of it.
Michael says they were missing Cody, Dharma, Gelhert, and we still got schooled. It was not a good night. when tonight was there for the taking. I get that. But this is also football too, you know?
Yeah, it happened, dude.
And he's right, let's go hindsight 2020, because that's what we were saying in the game day buildup. They got 4 players out. We should smash them. You know what I mean? But then you look on the pitch, right? It's not played on the pitch. It's not played on the team sheet. It's played on the pitch.
Yeah,
Those guys went out there and they were yards ahead of us.
Well, they looked fresh. I can tell you that.
They look fresh.
They changed a lot of players, and guess what? They look fresh.
Yeah, 100%.
So,
And by the way, Rob says that's right. The first person that handles the first person in the world to have been ever handed the challenge of treble back-to-back promotions. Imagine a challenge of being competitive with that. Yes, but we still have to go out and do it, you know.
Yeah.
And granted, tonight was a bad night. Today was a bad beat. It was a reality check, and I hope it's the one that breaks us up, because we're getting into the fixtures. Sorry, Mom. The fixtures are going to be a problem right now. We have to do this. Yeah.
Here's the thing. We're
nitpicking.
Here's what I know. We're not getting relegated this season.
Done.
So I'm not worried about that. We're good enough not to do that. I think we get.
But we're also good enough to get promoted. We are.
Yeah. If everybody's healthy, and depending on what we do in January, it's possible. It's a long shot, but it's possible. But our depth, that was always going to be the problem. That's why I think I picked us at, when we did our thing, what I say, like 8th or 9th or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember, but it's just because I was worried that about this time of year our depth would hurt us, and it's hurting us.
Well, we have to use the depth. You have to have the depth to use. And granted, I understand why he did that. It's also, there's 2 sides to every coin. He's saying, I felt we had an extra rest, boom. But also at the same time, you saw that they were two yards ahead of us. Why didn't you make a change at halftime?
Yeah, I was a little disappointed he didn't bring on O'Brien. I thought he'd bring on O'Brien at halftime. I knew he was going to bring on O'Doyle. I knew O'Doyle. I keep saying O'Doyle.
O'Doyle rule.
O'Doyle. I knew he was going to bring on Doyle, but that's all right.
All right, let's hit this out in the last 30 seconds here.
Because in that first 45, it clearly looked as if it wasn't the right decision. But that's my part, and I'm honest with myself and
good job
to other people. But everybody who was out there tonight has also got to look at themselves as well. But we're not going to be overly critical, because, like you said, in a tough league, we fought tooth and nail. We played some great football in this run, and now we've got to get back together in training. Obviously, the training is going to be limited because the game comes around quickly. But make sure we pick the team and the structure of the team, which is ready to go again at the weekend.
I'll give him. I mean, what do you think?
The structure of the team, he said, we'll be in a box midfield on Saturday. You watch.
You think so? Who's that? Who's that? Give me the lineup. Give it to me.
I gotta think about it. I would probably say I still don't think he'll go. I don't think he'll go Windass and Broadhead. I think he'll go. I think he'll go O'Brien and probably. And this is going to be harsh. This is going to be really harsh on Broadhead, but he'll probably go Windass and O'Brien off of Kiefer,
and
then it's probably.
As a striker, can I just say something real quick before you go further?
Yeah,
I like Kiefer more. I think he's doing a great job.
Yeah,
really do. He does not deserve to start on the weekend.
No, but
he does not deserve, but I know what he does on other things.
Here's the problem. Who do you start?
I would put Broadhead up there. I would put Broadhead up. I would start Broadhead up front. That's what I would do. I know Broadhead drops deep. I would. I know.
Yeah, it's a different.
I get it. But I would start. I think.
I'm gonna throw this. This is gonna be. This what I'm about to say is gonna be wild.
Worse than what I just said.
We'll be. We'd be better off with Hardy up there.
I think Hardy.
And here's the thing. I know everybody loves Smith. He ain't that guy.
You know what? He's not that guy. Smith.
I'll tell you what, Hardy. When Hardy plays up front, he beats defenders a lot. Smith doesn't at this level. He hasn't been beating defenders.
Smith was great last year at the end of the season.
Yeah, he was. He's fantastic.
He was great. But we also have to be real what's going on here.
Mhm.
But also, there's two sides to that coin. Smith has not had enough of an opportunity to show what he can do in this division. But at the same time, here's what's happening right now. That opportunity is going like this.
Yep.
Because the opportunity for him to get in there and show what he can do, because I think our still motivation is to go up, is really dwindling. So right now, it's almost like he's shortening the opportunity for players to show what they can do. You have to go in and perform right now.
Yeah.
And now he's going with trust. Parkinson over trusts sometimes, i.e., with the Maca stuff.
Yeah.
I love what Kiefer Moore does, but I don't think he needs a striker next to him.
Yeah. He just needs. Yeah, he needs more support. He needs support. That's what he needs. And it's right now. The problem is our midfield's playing so deep that it's just not. There just was no support, and it's.
Yeah,
It was.
Bruce says go with Hardy, give him a chance. If he's not leaving in January, I'd give him a chance too.
I'd give him a chance anyway.
Yeah, I would too. Yeah, because then let him play. He's still our contract out. So we got 2 minutes of hot Domheim. We'll get through it quick.
A disappointing night here against Hull City. Your thoughts after that one?
Yeah, really disappointed. We know we weren't at it tonight. The standards we set ourselves in the dressing room. I think the first half performance was nowhere near it, to be honest. But yeah, big opportunity on Saturday to put it right. We've been on a good run, but this league's games come thick and fast, so we need to park it and move on.
Best player on our team so far this season?
He's made the biggest difference in the team.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean? I don't know if he's like the best player, but
Yeah.
he's definitely changed. He's made the biggest change to the team.
Yeah,
Because
he's like
we got so much better defensively when he came in.
Yeah,
He
and
changed avenues,
and by the way, he don't look like a defender to me. Look at his shoulders;
He
tiny.
really does. He looks little.
He could be a midfielder.
Yeah.
What do you think was almost key to maybe not getting that right result tonight? Because you've been on a great run of form. You've highlighted your ability to stay in games, manage to find a way. What didn't quite go right for you tonight?
I don't know. It's still all pretty raw, to be honest. I think we didn't earn the right to play football on a sticky pitch on an away ground. Midweek, you have to fight and scrap your way into earning some possession in the game. But I don't think we did that, to be honest. And yeah, I don't know. Like I said, pretty raw at the minute, and it's hard to pinpoint one or two specific things.
I kind of like what he said there too. You watch the games too. We're like, oh, why is he passing backwards? Why is he going backwards too? Now we get frustrated with Dobson because he does pass the ball backwards to Heim.
Mhm.
That's what he was just talking about there too. On a sticky pitch, trying to get a little bit of foothold in the game. And we just did not have it. We did not have it tonight.
Yeah, I agree. It was it got better. It got better when Doyle came on. And so I tell you this, Doyle's going to start Saturday. I guarantee you, Doyle's starting Saturday.
Starting four.
It'll be for Scar. It'll be because we don't really have any other options. I can imagine he puts Cody back in. So it'll be no, I don't. I'm scared if he does. I can tell you that. It's
You think
gonna
Mac
be.
Does Mac start on that left wing back?
I think he will, but I think it'll be Longman on the right. But that's the only change he can make. I mean, you know what I mean? Mac is the only. He's the only left wing back we got right now. Really, I mean,
at the top of the show. I'm not picking on Max.
I know, but we don't have a replacement. Maybe Scar. Maybe you play Scar in the middle, have Hyam on the right, and Doyle on the left. You might do that. Just different look. Pull Max because Max didn't look good today. But he's played every damn game. He's got to be wore out. He's a young guy. He's got to be feeling it.
I know. I think it'll be the most changed lineup we're going to see, minus the goalkeeper in the season.
Leaping. I think we were past the threshold, aren't we? On the yellow cards. think
We'll take a look at that.
that's
We'll
the
take a
one.
look.
Yeah.
We'll take a look in the chat, and Aaron will check that out while we get to the rest of this.
Obviously, frustration and obviously some raw emotions behind it. When you look at the run of form you've recently been on, it can there still be a good level of confidence that come Saturday you can reflect back on what's happened tonight and go out knowing that you can get a result?
Absolutely, yeah. Don't get me wrong. We're disappointed, but we've been on a fine bit of form. I think only one loss in 15 prior to this. So yeah, there's plenty to be positive still about, and we're at home on Saturday, and it's a big opportunity to put this right tonight, and yeah, go again.
Is that togetherness, because you don't just go on those unbeaten runs without a good spirit, a good character, a good support. When it comes around to trying to go on another run like that, how integral will everyone play in the right direction be?
Yeah, massive. We're a close-knit group. Everyone's going to be needed. We've got quality all over the squad, and I'm sure whatever the team's put out on Saturday will be right up for it as well. So yeah, togetherness is good. It still is now, but we just need to see what we've done wrong tonight, what we can improve on, and make sure that we do that on Saturday.
I think you sweep this one on the rug right now, call it what it is, and move on.
Yep.
That's what we can do.
Get past it. Get a reaction on the weekend. Batter Watford will be all right. He is, by the way, the yellow card. It was in the 19th game, so we're past that. So he's good. He just can't get 10 by the 37th game. So,
Okay.
So we're okay. He's good.
We're okay.
But I don't think he'll start anyway.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Mm-mm.
He just said it right now that the team's not going to break apart. They're not going to be in there, throwing each other under the bus. No, we got a good run.
Yeah.
I cliche. I'm going to say it. We go again. There's nothing we can do about it right now. It's 5 hours after the match.
Yep. Yeah, we'll be fine. Yeah, our biggest problem right now is our wingbacks, and we've got 2 hurt. You know what I mean? So that's the problem. You can only carry so many players on a team, and we've got five wingbacks, and the 2 best ones are out. So that's our problem right now. So we just got to up that quality.
Yep. And you know what? Yeah, Matt said it right. Time for a new run. Yep.
Yeah,
good.
exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I'll let Aaron go to bed. I'll go to bed too. It's a great chat. Wrexham.
Go to bed. What are you talking about, dude? I'm gonna go. I'm in the middle of a very important Football Manager save. Okay, like I'm in the middle of. I'm doing fantastic in the Champions League. Okay, I'm rolling here, and you stopped me. Some crazy guy from California called me because he needed emotional support.
Emotional support. Yeah.
He needed his emotional support man to come in and talk him off a ledge. And
honestly, I'll tell you this flat out right now. Listen, Aaron is all the boys and girls that come in, everyone, but Aaron is like, what are you doing? I'll be there. Yeah, stud, absolute stud, man, absolute stud. But I love talking to you and everybody. And
we haven't done as many shows together. That's the big. I don't know how we've managed to not do so many shows together, but
Aaron, I need you.
The problem is, well, here's the thing: you pawned me off onto these other shows, and then you won't come on them, and you won't come on them with me.
You won't come on my show. We're like different.
But you do your shows while I'm at work, so all I can do is troll you in the comments.
I feel like we're having a domestic here.
We're gonna have a domestic.
I love Aaron. I love Patty. I love everyone. But shit, man. We'll do more. Aaron's got a family. I'm in the hospital room. My family's in the shit.
I'm still upset that I'm blue right now. I don't know what's going on.
You keep going like this, and you're blue and I'm red.
I don't know why I'm blue. Why am I blue? What's happening? Wait, what? Oh, wait. I thought it changed for a second. I don't know. I don't know. I'm blue. I'm blue as shit right now.
You are the blue bastard. Yeah.
I'm the blue bastard. I have replaced John as the blue bastard.
Well, get back to your save there. Go crush it, my friend. It's good to see you. And yeah, we will do more shows together for sure. But we go again, man. We go again.
Yeah, it is what it is. We'll have fun.
You're on Technical Fortitude tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Give Ken so much shit, please.
Always do. Somebody's got to do it.
I know. By the way, hey fellas, remember a relationship is all about compromise and love. We'll tell our wives that for sure.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh, man. All right. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the Local Pundit. Become a member if you haven't already. And, yeah, Wrexham go again. We go down 2-0 to Hull City. But it's not over yet. Leap and Sarah, you're very, very welcome. Always happy to do it. Good show. Thank you, brother. And on that bombshell, we will see you soon.